Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My goodness, it has been a little bit since I've been able to do a video and talk with you guys. And I know right now you're like, wait a minute, there's not a video. It's just a black screen. Well, that's because this is the only way I can do it for right now. But anyways, I wanted to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope your day went well for you. Wherever you might be, I hope that you was able to spend that with your friends and family and loved ones. And hopefully you got to eat a lot of food and just enjoy the day. Sometimes I think we forget how important it is to spend time with family and friends and just have fun and show care and respect and just put all the problems and struggles behind us or to the side and just enjoy the day with each other. So, um, wow, it's been a long time since I've been able to do a lot of videos, honestly, here lately. Um, I'm having to uh, do schooling and get prepared for, finishing up with that. And it's amazing how quick time goes by. It really is. It seems like I just started college yesterday, which isn't the case. But a lot of you have been with me from the beginning of that, and you have went through uh, that entire experience with me. I've talked about college from time to time. I've spoke about different things that I was going through, and it's just amazing how quick time goes by. Um, and I wanted to kind of, talk on that a little bit more because I noticed that. So I was going through my emails and clearing up emails and getting rid of junk mail and doing all that. And I noticed I'd missed a few questions about college, about um, one going to college having a disability. And the other one was actually, it was a little bit different. It was about going back to college as an older adult. And so I wanted to respond on those questions and comments, and hopefully it will get back to the ones that left the messages. Um, as I always do, I'm just going to say anonymous because they might not want me to, you know, tell anybody who they are or any of that stuff. So I'll leave that at just anonymous. So the first one was going back to college, knowing that you're going to need help getting through your class with special equipment and etc. Are there rules? Let me pull it up. I think are there laws that say what they have to help you with and what they don't have to help you with? Where to go? And what they don't have to help you with. Also, what does it take to get the help for the college to provide that equipment for you? That's a good question. And it's not really about being about just equipment. Um, every person that goes to college, that goes through special accommodations, will go through it a little differently. But what I'm going to do is, let's just start from the beginning with this of where it starts and how it starts. Okay. And let me pull up. I've actually got okay. We'll go with that. All right. So when you sign up for college or when you register, the first thing that you need to do is get with your advisor, let them know that you will need special accommodations. Now, there are laws through the DSS that you have to follow and that the uh, school has to follow. But that's the first thing you need to do. And then your advisor is going to get you in connection with whomever is in charge of the special accommodations at that facility, at that school. Okay. From there, before you can receive anything at all, you need to make sure that you have the paperwork that shows your legal disability. You can't just go in there and say, this is my disability. I've had it for 5 years and I just can't do things on my own that easy because I have a problem with, reading or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, because in most cases, there's programs that will help you even if you don't have a legal disability. But what I'm saying is you got to have proof. Whoever you're talking to, they're going to tell you you need the paper from your doctor. They need to see the paper from your doctor showing that you do, in fact, have a disability and what that disability is. And that's very important. And if you go there already prepared, it's going to speed things up that much quicker. That's what I did. I knew that when I went to college, I knew about special accommodations, and I knew I was going to have to prove that. So I went to the doctor. I got the papers, and I had it all resolved within a week. That way, when I started my class, I already had my special accommodations done, set up, and out of the way. Now, let's talk about equipment. If you need, let's say, a screen reader, and you got to read your books through the computer or whatever, the college will most definitely have computers, and they will dedicate a computer to put a screen reader on. For example, JAWS. If you don't have a laptop, then you're going to have to use a computer at the college until you get one. The school will not give you a laptop. They will not give you JAWS. Okay, that's not how that works. You are responsible to get your own laptop. And if you want JAWS outside of the college, you're also responsible for that. Okay. I would think in most cases, if you're set up with special accommodations, that you would also be set up with VRS, vocational rehabilitation services. Okay. Because if you are, they will be the ones that can get you your computer, that can get you JAWS. But they're not, the school's not responsible for giving you a computer or buying you a screen reader. So you need to make sure you understand that and that you're you're clear on that. That way you're not there at the college arguing with them saying, no, you guys got to do this, because no, they don't. They just had to have the accessible accommodations available for you at the college and for you to get through the classes. So for example, if if you are using a screen reader and you need books, they will get your books converted over and they will send you the best way to put them on a thumb drive. They will put your book on a thumb drive in PDF form, and then you'll plug that into your computer, or if you don't have one, the computer at the school. It's really important that you really should have a laptop. Some way you're going to have to, because you're going to want to be able to do homework at home and not always have to run to the college to do it. Sorry, I had to get a drink. So keep that in mind, okay? Now, there are a lot of different stipulations when it comes to special accommodations. There are a lot of fine lines that are easily misunderstood. For example, the instructors, they do have to accept the special accommodations that you need. But there's certain things they don't have to do. They don't have to. And let's say you got a due date for an assignment. Technically, they can butt heads with you about that. But in most cases, the college is going to back you up, and they're going to, if the instructor says no, there are other things you can do to where, you can still complete them assignments as long as they're completed by the end of your semester and so on. Every college is different, but there's certain things that the instructor has to follow, and there's certain things that they don't. If you have a quiz and it's a timed quiz, say it's 20 minutes, by law, they have to give you more time on that quiz. Double the time of what it already was. So if it was 20 minutes, they at least have to give you 40 minutes. Most instructors will give you a little bit longer than that because it takes time with the screen reader. And if you can, try to communicate with your instructors to understand the work behind reading your books and doing assignments with the screen reader, how it does take longer. Another thing that you need to remember is when they tell you, okay, I want you to do this paper, it's 2 pages, and I want it in by this Friday. Technically, they do not have to give you longer. And it says it right in the special accommodations policy. And there's a lot to it. All you got to do is go to Google, look up the special accommodations policy in your state. Each state might be different, but I think it's pretty much a nationwide policy, I'm pretty sure. But just to be safe, look up the special accommodations for the college that you plan on attending. All right? So that you can really learn about the rules, what you got to do, what you can do, what you can't do. Because there are certain things that very well might help you when it comes to doing an assignment or something, and it might be something that you consider a special accommodation, but by the books, it might be something that is not required. So you really got to look at everything and understand it as best as you can. As I've been going through college, I've been learning more and more about special accommodations and what can, what can go and what can't, and what can I do and what are my options if I can't do this? What can I do to try to make a consideration to let me do something else? Because there are things that you can put in that can be suggested to your instructor, and then they would review it and say, okay, yeah, we need to do it this way. All right. So make sure you do that. All right. And don't let it affect whether you go to college or not. If you're getting the special accommodations, you should be fine. We should be able to go to college not scared or stressed out or nervous or feeling like you're not going to succeed. You should be doing the opposite of all that. Go to college excited and know already that you're going to do good, you're going to pass, and you're going to get your degree. Even if it does take you a little longer to do a test, even if it does take you longer to read a book, by gosh, you're going to do it, and you're going to do good at it. Okay? If I can do it and others can do it, you can do it. If I can do it and my best friend can do it and other friends that I have can do it, you can do it. So never give up. Do what makes you happy and do what you believe in. All right? Question number 2, going back to college as an older adult, what is it like? Let me pull up that. When you first started college, knowing that you're going back as an older adult, and I'm not fully on what your exact age is, but I know you're around or above 35, which I consider to be an older adult. When you went to your first class, did you feel out of place? Was you embarrassed? Was you nervous? What is it like? I'm really wanting to go back to college, but I'm scared about what people are going to say about me, or if I'm going to be made fun of because I'm 51 years old. What would you do if you was in my shoes? Well, I'm going to tell you. When I started college, I was 39 years old. Okay? 39. And when I graduate, I'll be 42. And I'm getting ready to graduate. But when I walked in that classroom for the very first time, honest to God, I was 100% confident in what I was doing. Nobody made fun of me. Nobody laughed at me. Nobody criticized me. As a matter of fact, I have a really good relationship with all my friends through college, and I never was made fun of. So you should go. Who cares if you're 51 years old? You are wanting to do it for you. You're not going to college for somebody else, are you? You're not going to college to see if you're going to impress somebody, are you? You're going to college because that's what you want to do. Just a few years back, I read a story, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but a 96-year-old lady graduated college with a PhD. 96 years old, graduated with a PhD. Now, I think ultimately, if this lady can do it with a smile on her face, you should do it with a smile on your face. You might feel like you're going to be thinking about that and you're going to be nervous because your age and all that. But once you get into class, you're going to see that it's nothing like you assumed. Because we're not going back to high school. We're not going to preschool or middle school. We're going to college with other adults, younger adults, but some actually are older adults. Don't let your age stop you from doing the things that you believe in your heart. Just do it. Go for it. You know, I don't have everything in the world to show for. And everything that I have isn't top fancy or brand new. But everything that I do have is because I decided I wanted it. You know, I don't drive, obviously, to my vision. I can't. But there's different vehicles that I wanted. I wanted a Camaro. I got a Camaro. I wanted a Tundra. I got a Tundra. I wanted a different truck. I got that different truck. I wanted a house. I got that house. And I got all that because I believed in me. I focused on what was most important. And if you do that, you will succeed just the same. Go back to college. If that's what you want to do it. But do it for you. Don't do it to impress somebody. Do it for you. All right, you guys. I hope that the questions I covered will help those of you that had those questions. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. But, you know, we only live life once. And you should do the things that make you most happy. The things that you love. Right? I plan on graduating, but as soon as I graduate, guess what? I'm turning right back around and I'm going back. That's right. I'm going back. I'll have one degree already, and I'll be going back for my next degree that I'm probably going to keep on going through with to the highest degree that I can possibly get. As a matter of fact, it'd be beyond even just going to one college. I'll be doing some transferring and all that stuff at some point. But that's what I want, and that's what I believe in. So y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I love every one of you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you're just now coming to the channel, tap on that subscribe button, join us. And let's see if we can get our subscribe count back up. We are at 950, and that's okay. We'll get up there. I love you guys.